All right, so I'm sure teachers, if you guys are listening right now, we'd love to get your take on this. Did this teacher cross the line? Too much information?
Yeah, this question is geared towards parents because I'm not a parent, but I know a lot of parents, including my girlfriend, and I was curious as to how you all would handle the situation because I'm at this point, I guess, where my girlfriend's daughter feels comfortable talking to me about her day. And I'm honored. And I'm like, okay, cool. Tell me what happened at school. Like, how's band going? And so one day she tells me that her teacher, she's talking about her teachers that she likes, the one she doesn't like. And she says, yeah, one of my teachers, she just every day, she's just trauma dumping on us. Like, she's just telling us her whole life story. Like, she's engaged and she talks about how she wants to break off her engagement because she's just not in love with this guy.
She's telling the class this?
She's telling the class this. Now, mind you.
And again, how old are
11.
So we're in middle school.
6th graders.
Okay.
So she's just rambling. Like, she's telling me, like, my girlfriend's daughter's just telling me everything that her teacher says. She's like, she tells me this and that. And some days she just comes in and she just acts like she's not happy because of her whole engagement that she's ready to call off. And I just look at her and I'm like, that's not okay for your teacher to tell you that. And at the same time, why would a teacher tell a group of 6th graders that?
Yeah, she just lost it, man.
I can't speak for how a parent would feel, but I don't understand why your girlfriend's daughter would be complaining about this because for me, all I know is if I'm sitting in math class and I don't want to do algebra and she's starting to trauma dump on me on why she hates her fiance, I'm eating that up every time.
I get that because there was a time where my American government teacher in high school, she would do that. She talked about how much she hated men. She would take a break from government and talk about hating men and why she was a cat lady. But as a parent, if your child tells you this, how do you handle that?
Yeah, I also would love to hear from teachers as well, who I know you guys are like up and like getting ready for school right now. So 1-855-BERT SHOW, 855-237-8746. As a parent, if my kid came home and told me this, I'm not going to let it slide because it's my child is not your therapy. You don't need to be trauma dumping on my kid. And I had a person in my life who did that. And these kids can't help her. Like they can't. It's not like they can give her sound advice as to how to fix her engagement. So this isn't going to stop until somebody stops it. And the kids don't need to hear that.
Yeah, I wouldn't take it nearly as seriously, to be honest with you. It's not like I'd go to the principal or anything. They'd come home, they would tell me the story. I would probably laugh it off. Is it inappropriate? Yes. Is it worth going to the principal for and reporting the teacher? I probably wouldn't go that far.
No, I'm not reporting the teacher to the principal. I'm talking to the teacher. I don't feel like you have to jump right to, let's have a conversation with somebody and get to the bottom of it. So at the teacher parent conference, which I have one coming up, right? Mm-hmm. And so the kids are off school. They schedule times. You schedule time. You go and you talk to the teacher about your kid, right? I would walk into that parent-teacher conference and I would sit down and be like, oh, no, girl, we're not talking about Jimmy. What's going on with this divorce? Because my kid is coming home and telling me everything that's going on in your life.
You would not do that. That is your inner a-hole that I don't think you have in you.
I would want to do it. Wouldn't it be amazing if you did?
It would be.
And like call her out. Be like, why are you why are you airing all your dirty laundry with our kids? They don't need to know this crap.
I'm going to the principal.
Are you really?
I am, because I want it to be anonymous because I don't want backlash on my kid. Because if this teacher is the kind of teacher to trauma dump about her relationship to a bunch of 11-year-olds, then I feel like she's the type to be petty enough to like take it out on your kid. You know, like subtly, just make their life uncomfortable. So I would like to anonymously report it.
So you're saying we are not of sound mind here?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Okay. All right.
I'd say, hey, wear this mic, and then I'll use it on the air on Monday. Carrie, good morning. You're part of the Bert Show. Are you a teacher?
Yes, I teach 5th and I've taught 6th grade last year. I teach 5th grade this year.
Is this
around that age? Is
this fairly common for a teacher just to kind of lose it where they normally wouldn't like emotionally dump on their kids, but they do?
So I've known a couple that have done it, but no, personally, I would not. I don't think it's very professional.
No, it's not.
Yes, I also have kids too, but like I understand wanting to vent. I get that. But you have coworkers that you can vent to. 11-year-olds should not be hearing about that extent of your personal life.
Absolutely
I
right.
think it's tacky.
It's certainly, I mean, there's no denying it's inappropriate. It's just what do you do with the
Exactly.
info? Yeah.
We all agree that this is she's out of pocket for doing this, but what are you supposed to do about it?
And imagine being the fiance and finding out that your engagement broke off because of a bunch of 11-year-olds' advice. Like, that's a new low.
She's coming in for the next lesson and be like, all right, I got my pros and my cons. At the end of class, everybody's going to vote whether or not I stay or I call off the engagement.
It just feels like a Saturday Night Live skit to me where Chris Farley comes in and he's just losing it on the students. It's more funny than anything else. But yeah, what you do with the info, that's the serious part about it right now.
The Bert Show.